I've got the top end of ASBO 52 assembled now, and I just wanted to make absolutely sure that with the shortened cylinder barrel and the high compression, high domed piston, that there'd be plenty of room for the valves to clear the piston, especially the inlet one. So what I've done with it, and you can do this if you're very careful, I'm going to be setting this engine up to run with the inlet cam retarded by one tooth. So that actually puts the exhaust valve and piston further out of harm's way relative to each other than if it was timed on the dots. So what I've done is I just put the cam timing back to on the dots to advance the inlet timing, bring the inlet valve closer to the piston as it goes over the other top dead centre on the overlap stroke, and see that the engine turned and the piston and the valve didn't jam against each other then, and they didn't. But also I've gone further than that and actually advanced the inlet cam by a tooth over the marks, and I very carefully, and I must stress very carefully, turned the engine, and it goes over the other top dead centre where the inlet valve is opening, and the piston and the valve still clear each other. So I'm going to be 2 teeth safer than that when I put the cam timing, the inlet cam timing, back to retarded. So I know that there's going to be no problem with the piston and the valves interfering with each other. And I can probably do similar with the exhaust cam as well if I want, but the exhaust valve is usually further out the way from the piston than the inlet is anyway, with the inlet being the larger of the two. So there's not really any need to do that. If the engine spins over timed with, obviously the exhaust cam timing hasn't been moved, I would say that we're good to go and don't need to worry about valves and pistons clattering each other. So that's a very quick and easy way of doing it, although you've got to be ready with the inlet valve. When the exhaust valve is just about to close, that is when the inlet is starting to open, and coming up to that top dead centre, you must be really gentle with the spanner and ready to stop the moment, the instant that you might feel any resistance. But none of that happened here. We're good to go.